Kevin Roberts and his guests. Kevin?
Threats are not simply ever present, but ever evolving. And the purpose of our first plan, how the environment that you guys all work in has changed.
One of the threats that people like me are thinking about is also the impact of climate change.
As somebody who's organising a sporting event can't counter the threat by themselves.
The commonality of political desire here that you probably don't find in many other parts of the world. Now, I don't mean to say...
For Andy Cunningham.
The UK has a very mature gambling market. There's a variety of products. Thankfully, to my knowledge, there was no corruption issues, but we were ready.
If you use the plan as a framework for... What should we do when everyone knows what to do? In a novel situation, we need to be involved not in executing a plan, but in rapidly planning. So we need the additional component. Somebody's got a plan for being able to take care of casualties. In the moment, the question is, here's the problem, who can help us with this?
Dear media representatives, I would like to welcome you on behalf of the ICSS.
This is a big step in that we bring 30 leagues that have officially signed that MOU today, and it's a recognition that football needs to have a partner who will look at the integrity in sport.
Seen and heard here yesterday and today are very eloquent. It is a demonstration of an organization with vision, a vision with future and for the future, a vision that we share.
The way you look at cyberspace is tied into how you look at the rest of the world and take a holistic view of the threat rather than have a cyber threat and a real world threat, because in the world we live in now, the cyber world is very much part of the real world.
First of all, at the top end, you have foreign states who wish to advance their espionage programs through the use of electronic attack or cyber attack. And at the bottom end, you have schoolboys in their bedrooms. And in between that range, you have a whole dimension of people involved in using electronic attack to push forward their own political agendas, to make a political point about something, or simply to interfere with process for the publicity purposes.
The issue is immense. I think it's pervasive, and in some cases it's completely endemic in sport. It needs to have global action. The problem is this, that you're having some variable action in nations and in regions. The European Union is probably leading the way, quite frankly. The UN is now coming on board. UNESCO, UNDCP are looking very closely at how they can contribute to the solutions. But this is the point. They have to be global solutions. Europe cannot protect itself, but that doesn't protect the rest of the world. So there needs to be some sort of global platform developed over the next couple of years that protects sport.
But when we consider that we have more than 130 different sports involving horses, involve sea sports, outdoor sports, and involving gun, involving it's much more complex. It's like carrying on like 100 World Cups, small championships in one place. It's really much more complex. It's a huge work. It's a huge work we have ahead.
You know, it brings more unity, more harmony and integration within people themselves, and because also it brings value to their lives.